Hey everybody, this is your Unit 4 overview for our drama unit, which is our last big literature unit. And I do apologize, I feel like every time I make one of these videos, I have like a stuffy nose or a sore throat or something. So I will do the best I can not to have weird volume here. So just a quick overview of Unit 4. So we're moving on to drama this unit, and obviously like drama has different components to it than short story and poetry, so it's a different genre. The big thing I want you to understand about drama is that it's really like more of a group project, right? So a playwright can write a script, but they're pretty much never the person who is also, choosing the costumes and acting and directing in the play. They kind of write their script and then let it go to the universe. And from Broadway shows to high school productions, they never know what's exactly it's going to turn out. And for the people putting on the play, that gives them a lot of they have a lot of room to kind of change the meaning with how they, or enhance the meaning of stuff, by how the actors highlight words with their inflection when they talk, which actors the production team decides to hire for this, how the stage is set up, like the props, how the costumes are chosen, all of that. So you can take the same play and see it executed in like tons of different ways. Shakespeare is a really classic example of this, just because he's been around forever and has been performed like time and time again in all sorts of different contexts, and people will do just really cool and off the wall stuff with that, make it into I don't know if anyone saw or remembers Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet from some years ago with Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio, but like that is a really cool interpretation of the original text that takes on like totally different style than Shakespeare would even knew existed, but stays faithful to the words themselves. So when we're looking at drama, we are also thinking of not just about the words themselves, but also how it's executed. And so, the actors, the costumes, all of that is up for analysis when we look at these things. Okay, so keeping with that, we're looking at 2 plays this week. And again, I try not to overload you with too much reading and stuff like that, because the goal is to, write essay about one thing. So I've given you, just like with short story, I've given you 2 things to kind of pick from. And what I'm going to encourage you to do, so you've got the, if you look here, Fences and Trifles are the things that are the plays that we're going to read. And I've got, that's supposed to be August Wilson. You have the scripts for both of these plays here, and you can 100% go about this just by reading the script, and then analyzing characterization or diction, like word choice, that kind of thing. However, you can also what might be a cool way to do this would be to have the script pulled up, right? And then watch these. I truly believe that drama should be watched or viewed as well as read, because that's kind of the whole point, right? So for Trifles, at least, I have a link for you here that's embedded here. That is a good production. So this is a theater troupe that has performed this and filmed this and that kind of thing, of Trifles. So you can see like how they actually did the costumes and how the old ladies talk to the old dudes and that kind of thing. So I do encourage you to watch these as well. There are other productions of Trifles. If you get on YouTube, there are different ones. This is kind of a classic play, and it's short. So there are other ones if you want to watch, for whatever reason, some other version on YouTube. But this one's solid. So yeah, pull up the play, watch along. Trifles, I will tell you, is one act. It's short. I think this video is like 20 or 30 minutes long. So Trifles, definitely a good one to do that with. Fences, I do not have a video linked for you because this is a full-length movie. So this is a full-length play. And if you're going to read it or watch it, it's going to take a couple of hours because it's like a whole full thing. So Fences is a whole movie. If you would like to watch this along with, while you read along with it, there is a really, really good version of this. I should have pulled it up already, actually. Let's see. I'll get to it in a second. There is a really good version of this that is by hang on, sorry, I'm gonna pull it up and then I'll start talking, trying to do too many things at once. So there we go. All right, so there's a really good production of Fences that was put on, I don't know, some years ago by Denzel Washington. It's got Viola Davis in it. This is a really good version of this that's super faithful to the script. So if you would like to watch this along with it, please consider yourself encouraged to do that. The only problem is I do not have like a licensed version that I can just share. This YouTube one might work. I haven't seen that before. That might be new. So you can maybe find it on YouTube. I bought it on Amazon just because I show it in my in my in-person classes, so you can absolutely rent it. I know that the Basler Library here at Northeast State also has a DVD copy, so if you can access this however you want without too much hassle, that might be a good thing to do. Again, I'm not asking you to purchase this movie or rent it or anything like that. You are not obligated to watch it, but it's pretty good, and especially if you don't want to just sit there and read a play for 2 hours. I mean, I don't really enjoy reading plays, right? That's not the point. This is a really good way to do it, and it's a good production. Yeah, cool. So there is also a research component that we're going to get to. Whoops, where am I? Nope. Yeah, so there's also a research element that you're going to work with. Where is it? Yeah, so you're going to do the research just the same way as you did with short story. So again, you don't have to do research about the play itself, although these are two plays that you might find stuff about because they're pretty classic. Like they are often featured in introduction to literature courses. People have written a lot about them over time. So you may be able to find that if you're interested in doing that, but you don't have to. You can also do so, you could talk about in Trifles, gender roles will be a pretty common one that people take on. You can do something kind of more interesting than that if you want to, but that's pretty classic. So feel free to do your research about something that you're interested in. So maybe the father-son dynamic in Fences instead of just like research about Fences itself. And again, if you need any help or you're confused about the instructions or whatever, or the research part, feel free to reach out to me. Also, you have your class librarian here. That's Kyle, and he is pretty on it. So he's got his contact information here. You can email him whenever. He's our contact dude. There's also a discussion board that he has for you. Down here, if you want to ask questions that you think other students might benefit from looking at. These don't usually get a lot of traffic, but feel free to message him. Of course, you can message me. No big deal. I want to make sure you have everything you need. For this first week, I think there's also a discussion board you need to do. You do not need to do your discussion. You do not need to do both of these, all right? You just need to pick one. So this week you should watch/read these plays, and then choose which one you want to write about. You should probably, like, it probably won't be hard. Like, you know, if you look at them, you'll be like, all right, well, clearly I want to do this one. Your choice shouldn't be too difficult to make about this. They're, you know, so just pick one, and then, you know, if you decide you want to write your essay about trifles, just answer this section about trifles. You can skip the fences part, maybe look at it, you know, if you want to, but yeah, so you do not have to answer questions for both plays. I will encourage you again to keep an eye on using AI to answer your discussion board posts. That is not something that we want to do. All right, I'm going to go back to content here. You'll also see within this drama unit, so this first week is all just about, you know, reading those plays and getting a good idea about it. You also will have a worksheet due the week after. And I went ahead, so your last project for this class that we're going to spend the last 2-ish weeks on is the original work. So I'm not going to go too deep into that now because you have that coming up in week 12, but you're going to do a creative project for the end of the semester. And I went ahead and put that in week 12 just so you could kind of start thinking about it, because, you know, finals time is about to descend upon us, and especially with creative work, sometimes it needs a little bit more time to kind of kick around in your head. So, you know, next week in week 12, just go ahead and look over that and start thinking about what you might want to write about. And I've got a video for you there too. And I've already published the original work unit for you there as well. A lot of people have fun with this. I don't use AI. People do that. Why? It's a creative thing. As long as you like do it good, it's almost kind of like a completion grid. So I urge you to create something that's cool when you get there. Write something that matters to you. That's the main goal. But yeah, go ahead and look that stuff over as well in week 12. And then week 13, you know, you got to do that research journal thing and your essay. So hopefully you are in the swing of things with this class enough that this is, you know, old news to you. But yeah, so that's our drama unit. I hope you enjoy it. If you want help trying to find fences or something, let me know. I can try to help. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great week. Let me know if you need anything.